Good morning, Bulldogs. My name is Sharonda Dismuke, and I have with me
your husband,
my
Sharonda
husband,
Dismuke.
and we are the proud owners of Sharonda Sweet and Savory Soul Food. What is that? Sharonda Sweet and Savory Soul Food is where every meal feels like Sunday at Auntie's house. A family-owned community anchor serving hearty, delicious, down-home cooking. So through our market research, we found that there are complaints that with soul food restaurants, they don't always get the consistency, the same thing. You may come, let's say on Monday, and the food tastes fabulous. Thursday you return, you don't get the same meal. Also, some complaints that we found through market research are the lack of healthy options. So we would like to provide baked options as well as steamed options with our soul food, and also consistency by utilizing timers and recipes that have been passed down through generations. This beautiful picture here you see is some of our yummy smothered pork chop coupled with macaroni and cheese and cabbage, and we feel that we could price this item at $21.99. Also, we have a loaded chef salad. Somewhere under all that yummy goodness is lettuce. So, that's why we deem that a healthy option. And then here, a loaded cheesy steak potato. Also, fried chicken, who can say no? Macaroni and cheese and collards. And there we go with the smothered turkey wing, which of course is a baked option as well. And we have the prices there that we feel we could be comfortable with, as well as some of our delicious pound cakes. Now, for our pound cakes and our dessert options, we feel that those would be interchangeable, kind of depending on the season or whatever our customers are, asking for when they come through the doors. So today for you,
before she continues, we have baked chicken, we have green beans, we have yams.
Thank you.
Baked chicken over rice.
Thank you.
So for our target market, we feel that we could do catering for weddings, catering for church events, family reunions. Everyone comes from a family. So listen, when aunties tell you what to do, you do it. We're looking for the aunties in charge. So if auntie says, call Sharonda's Sweet and Savory Soul Food and see if they can provide us with this for that event, that's what you do. That's who we're looking for to come through our doors. So as far as our competitive market, we do have some other restaurants in Jacksonville that offer soul food, but through the market research, we found that, they were saying they lack the consistency, as well as soul food is not actually their specialty. We have some that may offer, let's say, Caribbean food, but they have Caribbean food being their specialty, but they have soul food as like an option as well as on their menu. And we're looking for quality over quantity. So for the funding needed, restaurants have a lot of overhead costs, I'm sure, as you all know. And so here we have it listed where we feel we would utilize the $220,000 and how that would be allocated as far as staffing, marketing, lease and build out, and of course, kitchen equipment. You need commercial equipment to run a kitchen here in Jacksonville, North Carolina. Our primary sales channels will include dine-in, takeout, delivery, of course, catering, as I mentioned before. And we plan to do everything in-house, which is going to help keep our costs down. Like, we're not looking for someone to bake for us and bring it in. We're going to do that. We're not looking for someone to cook for us and bring it in, and we're selling that. We're going to do the cooking. Marketing activities, we want to partner with local businesses, churches, community organizations, the military base. Let's get it going. Revenue streams. Our core revenue will be generated from our soul food meals and beverages. We want to train our staff as they come in to, whenever someone purchases a meal, we want to upsell, offer those desserts, offer beverages to help bring in the money for our business. Here are some of our major costs that we have listed. kitchen equipment, the marketing, the key expenditures would be fresh, high quality ingredients as well. So we do know that we need health inspections. We know that we have to have a certificate of occupancy in order to operate here in Jacksonville. So this is our timeline, as well as milestones contingent upon getting the health inspection and the certificate of occupancy. We would love to have a soft opening in July of 2026. And this here is our team. Of course, you have myself, my husband, and our 4 beautiful children, who we like to call willing workers. They are so excited. Every day they're asking, Mom, Dad, when are we going to do this? When are we going to do that? And I would love to be able to tell them we can do this, but we need your help. As well as I have my goddaughter here, who we're going to use as another willing worker. And of course, our pastor, who is our investor as well. And here are our partners and resources listed. That concludes our presentation.
I loved your pitch. I love your enthusiasm. You guys did a phenomenal job on that. It smells delicious. I can only imagine if it smells anything like it's going to taste. I'm definitely looking forward to that. I do have a couple questions, one of which was your recipes. Are these, you said Auntie's meals, are these meals that have been prepped through y'all's family channels and recipe books have been handed down, or how did you come up with them?
So our recipes come from my grandmothers, who are both still living, as well as my parents. They've been passed down to us. See, I'm the kind of person where I'm hands-on. So when Mom and Grandma were cooking, I was right in the kitchen. So they didn't have to write anything down and give it to me. I got it all right up here. Now, I plan to write it down so that I can train my staff, and I've already done that also by training hubby.
I cook her stuff.
Well, that was actually into that was my next question. The training cycle and having employees. I see that you have a potential location that you're looking to do a brick and mortar type place. What is that going to look like, and how would that translate to your future employees? What does that look like for you?
So right now we do have a location obtained. We're just waiting on proper funding so that we can put the commercial equipment that is necessary to run a restaurant in there. The location is secured. I am blanking on the address right now.
509 North Marine Boulevard.
Yes, sir. So we do have that. As long as we can secure the funding and the necessary equipment needed, we're ready to get the ball rolling as soon as possible.
All right. Thanks for your pitch. I loved hearing your story.
Yes, sir.
A couple questions I had. I noted in your business plan, you've got an $18 average ticket size, I think is how it was explained in here.
Yes, sir.
How does that compare maybe either to your competitors or nationally?
Yes, sir. So with the market research, as the restaurants, I didn't list names, but we did research what they sell, some of the items or similar to the items that I had listed. We saw, like, let's just say, for example, they would sell a fried chicken plate with 2 sides for the amount of $16. Excuse me, we would price ours at $15, kind of just right under there. So that way we're not going over, but we're not like hurting ourselves as well,
Okay. Yeah, it sounds like even if you had to price it above market, the value you're getting for is certainly what we smelled when you presented us with that and some of those healthier options. So I think that's certainly good there. In the presentation, you talked about catering, and there wasn't a whole lot in here.
Yes, sir.
Do you see that as a kind of as they come along? Are you building that into where you would expect to have a certain number of catering jobs each month?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Definitely. I don't have an exact number. This is new to me as far as being in an actual brick and mortar restaurant making money, but I have cooked for families and friends, events. So, we have experience with cooking large meals. So we plan that once people get in and taste our food, they're going to want to share it with their families. They're going to, not want to toot my own horn, but hey, her macaroni and cheese tastes better than mine. Why don't we call her and let's get her, to serve us macaroni and cheese, for our Thanksgiving